What's up everyone, Jack here from Chrome, and today I want to tell you about a couple of small little products from ToolKitRC that you may want in your FPV backpack. Stay tuned. This is the MC8. It is a small, compact, colored screened battery checker, multi-checker, does a lot of cool things. This is awesome. I used to have a similar version of this and I lost it. That was really kind of upsetting. I'm not a big fan of the analog battery checkers. They're loud, they're noisy, they cycle through. This is pretty cool. I'll show you all about it. And this is the M4 pocket charger. You can charge up to 4S batteries. Look at how small this thing is. Right? Pretty awesome. Okay, so let's take a look at these things in action. All right, so let's start with the ToolKitRC MC8 multi-checker. We'll grab a battery here and basically you just plug it in, right? And then you plug in the balance port, the negative goes towards the top. And you can see, then it's going to give me my voltages, right, for each of my 4 cells. Now I can check up to an 8S battery, which is super cool. And the minute you plug it in, it starts balancing your cells, which is really nice. I can also check my receivers and things like that, right? So if I have a receiver and it's bound to my controller, I can kind of cycle through, check PWM, I can check S-Bus, PPM, right? So that's really pretty nice. I can also use it to charge my cell phone. There's a couple of ports at the top, USB-A, USB-C. I plug it in, right? And I can use my drone battery. You can see that it's charging up there. All right, so let's take a look at the M4 charger. So there are a couple of inputs on the top. I can plug this into a USB-C port for power, or I can plug it into an XT60, right? Now, ToolKit also sells this nice little adapter. This is the SC100, and really what you can use this for is you can plug this into the XT60. Then if you have, say, like a big USB-C power bank, you plug this in, and then you can just run this thing off of your wall power. Or you can just plug in an XT60 battery and you're good to go. Now you can see a couple of different things on here. All right, so you can charge at 1 amp, 2 amps, 3 amps, or 5 amps, which is interesting. I kind of wish you were able to charge lower than an amp because, you know, most of our drone batteries are 1500 milliamps hour or bigger, right? And I wouldn't charge this at higher than 1.5 amps. I know some people will kind of double that and charge at 3 amps, you know, for kind of fast charging. But to be safe, you know, I always would charge at basically a fraction of, you know, the battery, right? So I've got a 1550. I would, you know, charge that at 1.5 amps. If I got a 2000 milliamp hour battery, I'd charge that up at 2 amps. If I have a 500 milliamp hour battery, I charge that at 0.5 amp. So that's kind of how I would do that. So you're probably going to stick with 1 amp. Now you could, if you're super safe and you're watching them all the time, like I said, some people double that, but that's not what I would recommend. Now, if you long press, it'll cycle through what you're going to charge to, right? So you can charge to 4.2 volts, 4.35 volts, 3.85 volts, or 3.6 volts, right? I think 3.6 is lithium ion storage charge, right? I'm going to use this actually probably quite a bit for storage charging my stuff, right? So I'm going to throw this in my bag, and when I'm done flying, I'll probably, you know, use it to storage charge my stuff. I find that to be super useful, but this is pretty awesome. You see on the bottom here, I can plug in either an XT30 or an XT60 battery. That is super convenient. I wish there were more of these that had XT30 and XT60 connectors so you didn't have to carry around connectors. Let's go ahead and show you how to charge a battery here. I plug it in the bottom. And I plug this in on the side, and it automatically starts charging at whatever you had this set to be. Now I have this set at storage capability at 1 amp, so it's just going to go ahead and storage charge my battery here to 3.8 volts per cell. right? You can use this as a battery checker, which is really nice. It is up to 80 watts, so you got some decent power. If you've got a big battery to go with it, that would be super helpful. So you can power this with a few different things. You can use this SC100 cord, run it right off the AC power in your home. You could use a big old LiPo battery, and I know a lot of people buy large LiPo batteries just for this purpose. So if you want to power the M4 here, you can power it with either a 2-cell, 3-cell, 4-cell, 5-cell, or even 6-cell LiPo, so that's kind of cool. And actually, if I wanted, I could even use this to charge my cell phone. So I leave it plugged in here at the bottom, and then I run the USB-C to my cell phone, and that'll work. Now, I don't have a USB-C to lightning jack, so I can't demonstrate that for you. But that's another neat feature of this product. So if you're looking for something to throw in your FPV backpack that's not going to break the bank, good little small charger, and fun little battery checker. 2 products from ToolKitRC. Links in the description down below if you're interested in either one of these things. Don't forget to subscribe to our Patreon. We give away a drone once a month to a lucky Patreon subscriber.